Hi, it's Chris from Crochet Recreations and by Chris Loves Crochet. And on this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to do the foundation stitches, or the chainless foundation stitches to start a project without doing the chain, which sometimes can be too tight. This gives it a lot more of a give where the chain is, so it's not so different from the other end of the project. So we're going to start with a single crochet, a foundation single crochet. Start with a slip stitch. And the single crochet and the slip stitch are on a previous tutorial. So make sure that your slip stitch isn't too tight. It's snug but not too tight. It'll still go. So when we chain to get a height of a stitch, a single crochet is one chain. That's the height of a single crochet. So we're always going to add one to whatever one we're doing. So, and then we just we start a single crochet. We go through our chain, grab the yarn, pull it through. But before we do our crochet, we we yarn over, and then we pull through just the first loop on the hook. And we've created a chain. So it's not really chainless, it's that you're doing your chain along the way. And now you have the two loops on the hook that you're going to yarn over and pull through to make a single crochet on that chain. So now I'm going to go through this bottom V that I just created, and I'll show you how we can make that a little bit easier. So we yarned over, pulled our yarn up. Let's pull this loop up a little bit more for the chain. Yarn over, pull through the chain. As you pull through, keep your thumb and a finger on that chain that you just made, and then you know right where to go back to. So then we yarn over and go through the two stitches to make a single crochet. So right where my thumb is pinching on the yarn is right where that chain is that was made. So that was a lot easier to go through. Make sure you go through both of the strands of yarn, the whole V of the chain. So we pull it up just a little bit, then we yarn over and pull through one loop. We hang on to it with our thumb and our finger, yarn over, pull through the two to make the single crochet. Now we go to where we were pinching, go through one, go through two of those, that V on the bottom, yarn over, pull through one, give it a little bit of stretch, pull through the first loop on your hook, pinch down on where you just did that, yarn over, pull through two. So we're going to do a couple more of these. Go through the bottom two strands, which make the V in the chain. Pull it up a little bit. Pull through the first loop. Put your fingers there, kind of pinch it down, and create that. And then when you let go, that chain is still there. I usually have to go through one at a time of those loops, but it's a lot easier than just letting it go. Hey, I got through two. So that is the foundation single crochet, or the chainless single crochet, or the chainless foundation single crochet. You might see it in different ways in different patterns, or referred to differently. So we have a chain and the single crochet down here. So when you're doing a pattern and it calls for a chain of however many, of 10, and then, or 11, and then you skip the first chain and make a single crochet in that next chain and across, you can do this instead. And that way, look how much give there is in that chain down there. And it's a full V. It's not just that single stitch. So it makes it a much more complete look. So that's the single crochet, foundation single crochet. Now, for the double, oh no, let's do the half double. Make a slip knot, tighten it, snug it down a little bit. And now for the height of a half double, it's 2 chains. Then we add one more chain and then we yarn over, go in through that first chain, pull through. Now we're going to do the same thing. We're going to start off with just yarning over, go through that first loop on the hook and pinch it down with our thumb and our finger. And then to do a half double crochet, you yarn over and pull through all 3. Now the half double crochet is also on the same tutorial that has the single crochet, half double crochet, double crochet. Did we do a treble? I don't know. Yarn over, go through the chain at the bottom, the 2 strands that make the V on the bottom, pull up, pull it a little bit, give it some space, yarn over, pull through that first loop, pinch it down, yarn over, pull through all 3 because it's a half double. So we yarn over, go through, pull one up, pull it through that first chain, yarn over, pull through all 3. Yarn over, go into that chain that you made with the previous stitch, pull it through, pull your yarn up a little bit so it's a little bit looser, go through that first loop, pinch your chain that you just made, yarn over and go through all 3. That one I got a good pinch on. Make it a little bit loose, pinch that down, pull through. Go through the 2 strands on the bottom, pull your yarn up, pull it out, give it a little bit, make it a little bit looser, pull through that first loop first, pinch down on that chain, yarn over, pull through all 3. So again, we have a lot more give than we would with a regular chain. You can do this whenever it says chain certain length and then half double crochet all the way back. You can just do this the first time, and you'll have to then figure out how many less you do on the chain. If it says to skip one and do this first single crochet in the second chain, so you take 1 off the chain. If it says to skip 2 and then do a half double in the next, then you take off 2. And you make, just look at the pattern and see how many you're supposed to have by the end. You end up making 1 more because you need those first chains to make the first stitch. So if it says chain 11, skip a chain, turn, skip a chain, do single crochet back, then you end up with 10. So just make sure that then you end up with 10 chainless foundation single crochet. And the same thing with the half double crochet. If it says chain 12, skip the first 2. It's not the same thing because this one, that first 2 is going to be a stitch probably. So in the 3rd chain, you do a half double crochet and crochet 9 back. And then, so you make sure that you make 10 in your half double chainless foundation half double crochet. So that's the half double. Now to do the double, we're still following the same rules. Make a slip stitch, pull it down kind of tight, not too tight, it's got to be able to move. The height of a double crochet is 3. And then we add 1. Then we yarn over, because we do for a double crochet, go into that first chain, yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through, we're going to give it a little bit of space, pull through that first chain, pinch down on the chain you just made, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over, go through where you were pinching, so you go under that V that was created on the bottom, give yourself a little bit of working space on that loop, pull through the first loop, pinch down on the chain you just did, and then yarn over and pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Now my pinch is right down here. This is the chain that I need to go into. Yarn over, pull up a loop, pull it up a little bit further than the others, go through that first loop only, and then do your double crochet. Yarn over, go through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. pull up that loop, yarn over, pull through 1, pinch down on that chain you just made, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Let's do it again. Go through that chain that you just were pinching on, yarn over, pull through 1 to make another chain, pinch down on that, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's a double crochet. Well, it's a chainless foundation double crochet. And the foundation double crochet is usually an FDC. A foundation single crochet is an FSC. Foundation half double crochet is an FHDC. You get the pattern? You just put an F in front of the name of that stitch. So that was the double. Now let me show you one more. Let me show you a treble. And I bet you can guess how to do it. Start with our slip knot, pull it down, make sure it's still going to move on your hook. The height of a treble is 4 chains, so we're going to do 4 plus 1. Yarn over twice, go in through the first chain, pull up a loop, pull it a little bit so it gives a little bit of room, yarn over, pull through just that first loop, pinch down on the chain you just made. Now yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. Yarn over twice, go into the chain you were just pinching down on, pull up your loop a little bit larger than the rest of them, pull through the first loop, pinch down on that chain, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So we've got trebles going here. And you can do this with any yarn and the hook that goes with that yarn. I'm just using an acrylic worsted weight and a 5.5 hook, just because they go together, and that's what I had handy. Yarn over twice, go into the chain that you were pinching down on, pull up a loop, give it a little bit of room, yarn over, pull through that first loop, pinch down on that chain, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And that, my dear friends, is a the chainless foundation treble crochet. So that would be an FTR. Well, it depends on how you see. If it's TRBL or TBL, it's just got an F on the front for foundation. If it asks for that. And so, but again, if the pattern calls for you to chain and then do trebles all the way back, you can do a foundation. Now, if it says chain and then you're doing some shells and then skipping some and doing some shells, you need to do the chain so that you can skip where you need to skip, or do 2 in 1 or something like that. So that's it. Those are the foundation single crochet, foundation half double crochet, foundation double crochet, and foundation treble crochet. And you can go on and on from there. You see the pattern. It's just you chain how many it takes for the height of that stitch. So for a single crochet, it's 1 chain, and then you add 1. For a half double crochet, the height of that with a chain is 2 chains, and then you add 1. And then for a double crochet is 3 chains for the height, and then you add 1. And then for the treble, it's 4 chains to make the height, and then you add 1. So that's all there is to it to get each one of them started. So I thank you for your time. I hope you learned something. If so, please give it a thumbs up. And please subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate that. And hit that little bell so that you can see any tutorials as they come out. And I hope you learned something. Thank you for your time. And we always have a choice, so please choose happy. Yay. Bye.